We're all gonna die here.
No, we're not gonna die.
We're all gonna die. All of us.
We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, the EP is upfront drum and bass. There's a good variety of beats and bass on the EP. There's some jump up stompers, some offbeat and half-step rollers that I've made for the dance floor in mind, but the tracks aren't progressive enough to listen to at home. With all the twists and turns the tracks have to offer, I'm sure it will hold your attention. So I've tried to give the tracks a retro feel, taking inspiration from the 98 era, tracks from the likes of Dillinger, Matthew Swift and other hard-hitting producers from that era, and give it a new school lick with my sound. Anyone who has been a fan of drum and bass and jungle for a while will know the tune Scotty by Sub Nation, which featured the classic samples from the original Evil Dead movie. The title track for the EP also uses these familiar samples. However, I deliberately took out the hook line Scotty because the tune on the EP is meant to be an original track and not in any way intended to be a remix.
It's not gonna let us leave. We're all gonna die. All of us.
Legend has it that it was written by the Dark One. Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
Yeah, the Book of the Dead track has had the most time put into it. Ever since I made the original back in 2002, I'd go back and refine it, adding to it most years until this final version, which is the Mark 5 or 6 I think. So it's been a long time coming on that track, yeah. Track is only going to be made available on the Red Bull sampler, which will be a limited press of the Dead. This one was inspired by a scene from Evil Dead 2 with Ash Bruce Campbell being thrown into a cellar of the wooden cabin, and to his horror, Deadeye awakes from its slumber and launches an attack. I really wanted to capture the atmosphere and the tension that's seen in the movie with the track. The beats and the bass, I really liked what Serum and Blade Runner did with Snake Fist, released through Creative Source, and I wanted to push a track with a similar style. I've always been a big fan of the Evil Dead movies and the cult horror star Bruce Campbell. I made a couple of tracks many years ago, Evil Dead and another track called Book of the Dead. These tracks were inspired by the movies and were really the first tunes I was happy with and having come and done play. These two tracks would later become the foundation of this new project.
Swallow this.
Yeah, this track kind of follows on from the cellar tune, as in scenes from the Evil Dead movie. After Ash escapes the cellar Deadeye that was attacking him, he continues to transform into this freaky looking creature and begins chanting, "I swallow your soul, I swallow your soul." And before Ash replies, "Swallow this," and unloads his boomstick into the mouth of the Deadeye. The track's formula is a bit different, with its half-step beats, and the bass lines follow that structure too. I think it mixes up the EP a bit rather than making it a straight step tune.
Hey, I'll follow your soul. I'll follow your soul. I'll follow your soul.
Swallow this.
Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, more so, cult horror films from that era. I have a big respect for Sam Raimi, who wrote, directed, filmed, basically a one-man army. He was ahead of his time. I've watched all three of the Evil Dead movies over and over again, and really wanted to do some tracks based on the scenes from the movies and try and capture that same style in the film and translate it into drum and bass music by keeping that horror edge but still trying to keep some of those black comedy elements that the films did so well. If the fans of the movies think I've achieved this, then I know I've done a good job. Possession. Yeah, this track is the most experimental tune from the EP. Maybe not in terms of drums, but the arrangement of the different layers of sounds. There's quite a lot going on. It's all about the kick drum in the beats, which is a strong backbone for the insanity that the tune unleashes as it progresses. Is primarily a digital release, which is going to be split into two parts. There's going to be two singles released on vinyl as samplers. Each sampler will feature one track taken from the digital release and one track only available on plastic cut. Available on digital download at Halloween, 31st of October, and the record sampler will be available in stores soon. This is DJ Vengeance for Cutting Edge TV. Easy.